Remind me why we have to meet up here again? I get to play for free at my mom's, you know.
And probably get yelled at if the toilet clogs up, too. Stunt rolls his eyes and pulls out his cell phone game. Thun soon jamming away at some weird puzzle game. What is it exactly you're always playing on your phone?
I'm glad you asked. It's called Pop Safari. It's one of those casual games meant to sucker morons out of their money.
And you're playing it why?
It's my own way of fighting back against something I hate. I'm going to defeat this game in its entirety without paying a single cent.
I don't understand how that stops anything. They're still making money from everyone else, aren't they? I steal a glance at his phone. And there are tons of ads all over your screen. Look.
You don't understand. It's about the principle. And I wouldn't be playing it in the first place if this dude had showed up when you said he would.
Admittedly, Riva should be here by now, but I can't do anything except wait for him to arrive. I texted back and forth with Jet a bit earlier today. She's too busy wrapping up things with her contact to make it to Golden Zone Fire until way later. From the tone of her messages, it seemed like talks with the sponsor were going well. With word that I managed to pick out a fourth player, she gave me the go-ahead to divulge her identity to Stunt and Reva. Helpful, since we still have a coach and practice partners to recruit. I hear the door to Golden Zone Fire slide open, and I glance over. Hopeful. Only to find a bespectacled girl inside, walk inside and look around. No dice. Where the hell is he? The girl stands at the cafe's entryway for a while, apparently searching for something. Eventually, her eyes catch and then stay on me. Huh. It looks like she's coming our way. Stunt glances up from his cell phone once I turn to address the newcomer. She hesitates before speaking and delivers her words quietly. Excuse me. Oh, wow, yeah, okay, this is Riva. We got another girl to do. Okay. Hi, that's me.
I apologize for the delay. I disembarked on the subway stop too early. Is this one of the teammates that you mentioned?
She shifts her focus from me to Stunt. His expression is no doubt as perplexed as my own. Is she? Well, wait a second. Are you Riva?
Yes, I am.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that you were a girl. I just assumed. I trail off quietly. If the mix-up bothered Riva, she doesn't show it. She tilts her head slightly and edges closer to our table.
May I sit?
Of course, Riva. This is Stunt, the team's only Protoss.
Sup?
He silences the obnoxious beeps and bloops of his phone game in his pocket and bobs his head at Riva.
Riva, huh? Doesn't sound too familiar. He must be some online hero. Stunt, I am familiar with you. How? I mean...
Bummer.
No, we have matched on ladder several times. Your play is predictable and unproductive. Whoa, hey! To expand is to give mercy, barcode scum. Don't be a hater! You should aspire to more than rush builds and gimmicks. The meta no longer favors aggressive play. Man, Mock, you didn't tell me that this chick was so uptight. Is the rest of the team this lame?
Both of them rest their eyes on me, expectant. Now or never, I guess. You won't need to worry about lackluster teammates. Jet is actually the one who's setting this whole thing up.
Jet?
That's right. With crossed arms, I beam a confident grin at the two of them. Stunt wears a mixture of surprise and excitement, while Riva seems to simply be processing the development.
But isn't she on VIP?
For now, but she's not happy with her practice environment or how much they're paying her, so she's not going to renew her contract at the end of the month.
Interesting.
Riva pushes her glasses against the bridge of her nose, silent. Stun looks like he wants to simultaneously call me a liar and a genius.
How exactly did you end up recruiting for Jet? It's not like she has any need for some mediocre foreigner.
Mediocre foreigner that slapped down your terrible cheese build, Stunt. And I'll be the first to admit that I'm lucky to sit where I am. The same is true for the two of you. Practice hard and maybe we can make something of ourselves. And this team. Sound good? I'm in no way the captain of the squad, so it feels a little weird to take on such an authoritative tone. Still, Stunt backs down and dons a thoughtful expression.
Yeah, all right. You're right. This could be big. I agree. Your offer had piqued my interest, but word that a player as accomplished as Jet will be among us has secured it. I will join.
Perfect. She'll be happy to hear it. That leaves only the matter of a sponsor, which Jet is taking care of as we speak, and a coach. We'll obviously want to keep an eye out for anyone else with some talent, but for now, this is our roster. The three of us share a long look at one another before any other thought can come to mind. Riva ends the silence.
What is the name of our team?
Oh, we haven't picked one out yet.
That is troublesome. Should not such a thing be taken care of by now?
I really should have gotten around to asking Jet. Stunt shares in Riva's indignation with a gesture towards her.
Thank you! We need to get this done already. How about we call ourselves the Lamenting Reapers?
The hell? What is it with this kid and terrible team names? I'll talk with Jet tonight, okay? All you guys need to do is practice and wait for the announcement. You also need to be prepared to move out. It's pretty short notice, but neither of them protest it, so hopefully it won't be a problem. Stunt definitely lives with his mom. It's harder to tell with Riva. She seems to be about my age, maybe a bit younger. It's possible she lives on her own.
Very well, as long as the matter is not being neglected. Was there more importance to go over? If not, I would prefer to return home. A PC bang is an improper practice environment. Pfft, you're just a shut-in. Don't deny it. It's written all over you. I am not. What right do you have?
But before she can say anything else, Stunt lurches forward, grabs Riva by the wrist, and begins dragging her towards the PCs.
If you're going to live in our team house, you better get used to practicing next to other people. Let me show you one of my favorite unproductive builds.
Hours of games together serve the three of us well. Most professional gamers have a certain level of respect for someone that can put up strong matches, even if they don't have great results. While Stunt and Riva have play styles as wildly different as their personalities, both are formidable opponents. Golden Zonefire's peak time passed about an hour ago. While it's not nearly as empty as when Riva arrived, there's enough room that we have a relatively quiet section to ourselves. Hey, Riva, Excel told me that you know all three races. Why are you only playing Terran?
Terran is the best choice given the current metagame. It is also the only race that earns 100% of its wins.
Blunt, but I can't deny her logic, especially when she puts up such a strong match. She's pretty biased when it comes to game balance, though. I've got to say, Stunt's unit's control is ridiculously precise. It's a shame he only puts it to use with his so-called innovative strategies. Jet's on her way with some good news, or so a text from her says. The only thing that's keeping my mind off her imminent arrival is the game between Stunt and Riva unfolding ahead of me. Stunt's going proxy 2-gate yet again. Riva scouted it 4 of the last 5 times he's tried it. He's just being stubborn at this point. Still, the map is well suited for the build, and he's already managed to kill an SCV with some good probe micro. Riva's defense is formulaic as always. So far it's working, but she's in for a bit of surprise after I sneak a glance at Stunt's screen. Half a dozen probes stream up Riva's ramp and cut off an exit for the 2 Marines kiting a pair of zealots. This is so cheesy. The Protoss units close the distance and slice the pair of Marines to pieces, securing a massive advantage that Stunt carries to a victory. Stunt pushes away from his monitor and stands, hands on his hips.
Easy.
Riva doesn't let it faze her. She rotates in her chair and shrugs.
Unorthodox and inconsistent, but it worked, I will admit.
Stunt barks in the glory of victory for a moment longer before something behind me catches his attention. Who is that? I follow his gaze to find Jet and a man in a business suit walking towards us. He seems out of place, dressed so well in a PC bang. Oh man, what was her voice?
Yeah, Mark and Riva, right? This is Mr. Kim, VP of Partnerships at Enoch Group. His company is looking to get into esports.
The casual timbre of her voice and the pained look on her face says it all. Do not screw this up! I tighten up my posture and lower my head and bow at the exec. It's nice to meet you, Mr. Kim. What does your company do? And realize too late that I probably shouldn't have admitted that I've never heard of Enoch. Jet seethes through her teeth, but Mr. Kim takes my question with an easy smile and offers me his business card. I give the card a brief once-over before placing it carefully in my pocket. So what does it say? VP of Partnerships. It says nothing. We don't know.
We're in a handful of markets and offer a variety of business services, consulting, marketing, and a few other things.
Oh, that sounds important. And vague, though I don't say that. Truth be told, I'm pretty much clueless when it comes to business-related things. Stunt and Riva's deer-in-the-headlights silence isn't exactly helping either.
But it's as Jet says, esports is a fascinating industry with a strong potential for continued growth. I'm particularly interested in its strategic opportunities based on its unique qualities. I've proposed the idea of sponsoring a fresh team to Enoch's board, but for now we're just shopping around. He pauses to observe my reaction. I get a strong feeling that this guy's a pro at negotiation. If she suspects the very same thing, Jet steps forward to prevent me from saying anything that could take away from her leverage.
As I said before...
I keep forgetting her voice.
As I said before, we're still not ready to accept any offers. You have our interest, but we're keeping our options open for the time being.
Of course, there's no rush. I merely wanted the chance to introduce myself.
And we've got plenty to discuss. Thank you for the ride, Mr. Kim.
It was no trouble. We'll be in touch.
And with that, the businessman departs just as quickly as he arrived. It's only once he's gone that I realize just how tense my shoulders are.
So that guy looks like an agent, a secret agent or an insider. Can we name our team that? Secret Agents! Is this Stunt, Mock?
She thumbs in the direction and turns back to him when I nod.
Shut up, Stunt. We're probably going to have to name our team after his company. Man, I've been coming up with all kinds of mascots and taglines. Team Enoch. Oh, that's so lame.
With a sigh, Stunt sinks down in his chair. Jet does her best to ignore him.
So, these are the two you managed to pick up. Stunt and Riva. A cafe whelp and a ladder hero. A literal who? Foreigner.
The three of us don't have anything to say to that, so she continues.
Alright, whatever. We're going to make this work one way or another. And all that's left for us to do is to recruit a coach.
Got anyone in mind?
Not particularly. VIP isn't exactly been great for networking outside the team. They're pretty much done for as soon as I leave.
The ease with which she delivers that judgment leaves me taken aback. I guess if she's going to sever ties with her old teammates, she can't afford to second-guess herself. A brutal and unfortunate necessity. How do you know Mr. Kim, then?
We've only just met. I asked around if anybody knew decent sponsorship opportunities, and an old Brood War friend pointed me in his direction. Fortunate. A coach should be relatively easy to acquire with word that a sponsor is ready to back us.
Riva stares unblinking at no one in particular. It's a little bit creepy how calculating she looks.
Right. Anyway, I can handle the rest. You three just need to focus on practice. Hear me? Yep. Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Whoops. That was Riva.
Good. I'll keep you posted on developments. If everything goes as planned, we'll be registered and ready to rock by week end. The next VSTL starts 2 weeks after that.
The fire's burning in Jet's eyes is a refreshing sight. I can only promise so much to Stunt and Riva, but for them to see a proven player like Jet get behind the team has to be motivating.
I need to get back to the VIP team house. It's about time I let them know that I'm not re-signing. Mock, give these two my number. Text me if you need anything.
Before I can even respond, Jet is halfway to the door. Rather than dwell on her words or sit in silence, Stunt bounds to his feet and clenches a fist forward.
You heard her, chumps! More practice! I'm afraid not. I must be getting home. Jet is not the only one with preparations to make.
Yeah, same. Don't let us stop you, though.
It's fine. Let it be known that when I begged and pleaded for practice partners, I was cruelly denied by my own teammates.
I like Stunt. I'm glad we recruited Stunt. He might be my favorite. Stunt's theatrical complaints don't end until I follow Riva out onto the street. Through the door's window, he gives us a sour face and then returns to his PC.
He is a bit childish.
Well, he's still a kid. The two of us start heading in the same direction by coincidence, though neither of us bring it up as we share a simple conversation. I ask about her build orders, and she asks me about foreign tournaments. Riva reacts with surprise when I inform her on the antics of foreign FPS pro gamers.
Would shouting insults at each other mid-match not disrupt their ability to communicate?
No idea. All I know is that they get loud enough to hear from the open bracket area.
Curious.
Our small talk is cut short when she heads for a subway tunnel located along my route home. But just before she descends the tile steps, Riva turns and offers a rare smile.
Goodbye, Mock. It was nice to meet you.
Bye. Catch you online. When she's gone, I'm left to think over the day's events alone. Mr. Kim, Enoch, this is all too good to be true. It feels right to be wary. Too many aspiring pro gamers have had their fledgling careers dashed into pieces by stupid mistakes and broken promises. I can't let myself be one of them. Maybe I've earned the chance to rest, to congratulate myself. But I won't. Not yet. Alright, and that's it for this episode. Be sure to check out our very next episode coming up in a bit. If you guys had a good time, be sure to hit those like, comment, and subscribe buttons. They help grow the channel a ton. Always looking to improve it. Let me know what we can do as well to make this a better experience for you guys.